In this video, I'm going to give you ideas of what to photograph in very challenging environments so you can also have your photos paid away for your next travel. While I travel, I continue to photograph the places I visit and upload those photos to sell. It is a constant reinvestment that allows me to enjoy my hobbies of travel and photography while ensuring that I'm continuously raising funds for the next big adventure. There are times when I find myself in places where capturing stock photos can be a challenge. My biggest obstacles are people, writing, and logos. What are your biggest obstacles when you're capturing your photos? Let us know in the comments. You can't photograph people and sell those photos without a model release. A model release is something that is not only hard to get, but I really don't care to even bother with them. Let's face it, the places I travel to also have a lot of people enjoying those locations as well. Sometimes they can be a little bit nasty. So crazy thing just happened back there. So I was filming. Some lady thought that I was filming her and made a big deal about it, threatening to call the policia. Writing. If it's in a foreign language, you need to provide an English translation. With translation services online, you could sometimes make this work, but when you're talking about characters from the Far East, it can be a little bit of a challenge getting those translated. What about logos? You can't sell somebody else's logo in your images, and logos, they're found everywhere. All these can create a big problem in crowded or urban environments. So what do I do when I'm in an environment that I cannot photograph because of these limitations? Let's take a look back at the Bavarian village of Leavenworth, which is a small town in the Cascade Mountains of Washington State. This town did a great job of reinventing themselves into a Bavarian village, and it worked. It created a tourism industry. While enjoying the town, I really struggled with finding compositions that would be acceptable. So I switched to textures and backgrounds. I started looking for compositions that would offer a graphic designer copy space. Copy space is essentially a neutral area in the image where the graphic artist can put text or images for their clients. I went through my last 2 years on Adobe Stock and I picked out my top 10 selling background or texture images. Here they are. Coming in at number 10, I essentially picked up a piece of silver glitter paper over at Hobby Lobby. It only cost me like $1 or $2, okay? And then I photographed it and I superimposed this rainbow design on top of it. This particular image has got me, over the last 2 years, $3.47. This one is the wallpaper in my hotel room in Singapore. I thought it was kind of a unique way to put leather together. Well, anyhow, this particular image over the last 2 years on Adobe Stock earned me $4.95. What in the world is this? This was an accident. All right, this is when I didn't even know what I was taking a picture of, but I accidentally had it in manual mode and created this weird abstract image. I'm thinking, oh, what the heck? Let's just upload it. So far, $4.96. Remember that glitter paper from earlier? It's back. What I did is I changed the color on it to every color of the rainbow, and this solid blue one has earned me $5.42 so far. Okay, so this is actually off of something my wife made. I can't remember what this fabric is called. But anyhow, it's a close-up of this wreath or whatever she was building, the fabric, and this one has got me $8.95. Or how about these? Now, this is more of a texture image than something with neutral background copy space, but you get the idea. Now, this one was actually a pot of mums that I took on a visit back home to Indiana. This was in Shipshewana, Indiana, and I've gotten $11.42 so far from this texture of mums. Guess what? Another one. Now, granted, this is actually the same plant, Slightly different angle. $14.49 for this one. This one is, I was just playing with Photoshop, to be honest with you, learning about some of the different weird settings, and created a couple of background images like this one. This one has earned me $26.40. All right, now this one. This is actually from Leavenworth, believe it or not. Now, this is actually a white brick wall. But what I did is I warmed up the colors just a little bit. So far, in the last 2 years on Adobe stock, this one has earned me $31.41. And finally, the number one selling image. And this is actually a composite. It is, first of all, the wooden planks on this one is actually the side of a garage on a rental that I had up in Flagstaff a few years ago. I superimposed on top of that an American flag. This particular image, $66.36. So in total, these background/texture images have gotten me $177.85 just over the last 2 years. Now, remember, there are other background images that have been selling, and also with time, there's been other images more than 2 years ago where I cut off my data gathering here that have gotten me a lot of money. So one thing that I need to remember is that when I'm in these environments, I have to produce images. I have to produce videos and photos that I can upload for sale. It's part of my business model, and for tax reasons, I got to make sure that I am producing inventory. So when I'm in a challenging environment that there's logos, there's people, there's writing, that's when I start looking for those details. I start finding those textures. I start finding those images with the neutral copy space in them. And then that now becomes a business trip because I was successfully able to gather photos or video that I am looking to sell. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, enjoy your travels, enjoy your photography, and y'all take care of yourself. I'll see you next week.